We're beginning our walk in Piazza Venezia, right in the beating heart of Rome. Carriages are crossing from every direction, and behind us, the enormous Vittoriano is still being built. And there it is, the Colosseum. It feels much quieter around here than you might expect. There are no modern roads, only carriages passing slowly while artists sit nearby and sketch the ancient stone arches. We're now walking through the Alessandrino quarter, a crowded little neighbourhood built beside the imperial ruins. Laundry hangs above these narrow streets, neighbours talk from their doorways, and ancient columns appear between ordinary homes. A short climb brings us into Piazza del Campidoglio, designed by Michelangelo himself. Government officials are entering Palazzo Senatorio, carriages are arriving below, and the whole square is completely covered with wandering pigeons. Now we've reached the beautiful Piazza Navona. The fountain of the Four Rivers is flowing behind us, flower sellers fill the square with colour, and painters are quietly working beside small outdoor cafe tables. Just around the corner is the Pantheon, and it still completely overwhelms you when you first see it. Musicians are performing near the entrance, while carriages, shoppers and local families move through the crowded square. We've arrived at the Trevi Fountain, but it's nothing like the crowded tourist spot you might imagine. Local residents are collecting water, children are playing nearby, and the fountain belongs almost entirely to Rome. Here we are at the Spanish Steps, looking especially elegant this morning. Ladies carrying parasols are making their way down, flower sellers are arranging bouquets, and several artists have already chosen their places for the day. Our walk now opens into the enormous Piazza del Popolo. The twin churches stand opposite us, horse riders cross the square, and the central obelisk towers above musicians, carriages, and elegantly dressed Roman pedestrians. We're heading down Via del Corso, one of Rome's busiest shopping streets. Every doorway seems to hold a tailor, cafe or bookshop, while bicycles carefully weave between pedestrians and an endless stream of horse carriages. We're crossing Ponte Sant'Angelo now, surrounded by these beautiful marble angels. An artist is painting the view beside us, the Tiber is moving gently below, and the great fortress stands directly ahead. We've reached Castel Sant'Angelo, where military guards watch the riverside road. Families are stopping to admire the fortress, covered carriages continue along the embankment, and its huge circular walls reflect softly in the Tiber. Down beside the river, daily life feels much simpler. Fishermen wait patiently with their lines, children watch the little boats, and families wash and dry clothing beneath Rome's enormous new stone embankment walls. Now we're entering Campo de Fiori, and this might be the liveliest place we've seen today. Farmers are calling out prices while baskets overflow with vegetables, peppers, herbs, and freshly cut Roman flowers. Let's leave the market and take this quieter side street. Laundry stretches between the ochre buildings, neighbours are sharing the morning gossip. Cats are sleeping on warm stones, and a tiny shrine watches over everyone. Oh, and here comes one of Rome's new electric trams. Passengers are gathering around the entrance while the conductor checks their tickets. It feels incredibly modern beside all these horse carts and ancient buildings. We've escaped the crowded streets for a peaceful walk through Villa Borghese. Families are resting beneath the umbrella pines, children are playing in the gardens, and a few brave cyclists are quietly passing us. We've now entered St. Peter's Square, where pilgrims have gathered from across Europe. Horse carriages wait around the colonnade, Swiss guards stand near the Vatican entrance, and the basilica rises beautifully above everything. Farther from central Rome, we've reached the ancient Appian Way. These stones have carried travellers for centuries. Today we're sharing the road with shepherds, grazing sheep and riders moving beneath cypress and umbrella pines. We've returned to the Pantheon from Piazza della Rotonda. Artists are painting beside the fountain, cafes are serving their morning customers, and Local residents seem completely accustomed to living beside this extraordinary ancient monument. We've climbed up to Janiculum Hill and just look at that view. Riders have stopped beside the stone wall while the rooftops, domes and bell towers of Rome stretch beneath the enormous umbrella pines. Down by the river, Rome's enormous new Palace of Justice is still under construction. Lawyers arrive in dark coats and carriages while scaffolding covers the building that Romans have already begun calling the Palazzaccio. Evening is settling over the Tiber now. The gas lamps are glowing one after another. Couples are strolling beside the water and little riverboats drift through the golden reflections beneath Castel Sant'Angelo. And this is where we'll end our walk through Rome in 1900. One final carriage disappears along the river as St. Peter's glows in the distance. The city is quiet, timeless and unbelievably beautiful.